Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Renaissance Oracle and Tarot. I'm Renee, and I'm so glad you found your way here. I believe the tarot offers a quiet space for clarity and rejuvenation in our busy lives. I use tarot as a form of prayer, meditation, and inner guidance. On this channel, I explore intuitive messages to help guide your everyday path. So let's take a breath and let's look at the cards. I've already cleared the space. I've called in spirit to join us. I've asked for guidance through the cards. And as I was preparing, the number 4 kept showing up. It seemed significant, like 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years. Maybe someone is signing a lease or a contract because I was seeing a form with a signature line. So I'm not sure. Something is with the number 4. Now, the first to fall was the 6 of Wands. And this is the one full tarot. I'm going to put it in the description below. 6 of Wands. It's like a breath of fresh air to start the reading. I like this. I'm getting that feeling when you have been still for a while. You know, you get the urge to yawn or take a deep breath in and just stretch one of those whole body stretches, just like a cat, from your head to your toes, where you tense up and then you let go of all the tightness and that big sigh or exhale happens. And then you blink your eyes, you look around, and you're feeling a little more awake and alive. It's perked you up, giving you that feeling like, wow, what's next? What's the plan? I'm getting some restored hope, a very hopeful curiosity of what's next. And the next card to show up was the World in reverse. You are ready to move on from something, but it's been difficult. I'm feeling like I'm talking to someone who may have been raised, maybe on the poorer side, with some lack going on, a lack mindset, maybe not even just money, but it could be a lack of like a neglect, emotional neglect. But I'm kind of feeling it's more like money, like maybe money was always an issue in your family growing up. You can't seem to break that cycle from happening in your own life. It's not due to you not working hard, because you are a hard worker. I'm talking to somebody who has a very strong work ethic. But what I'm getting mostly is because of you've allowed others to come in. And I'm hearing financial abuse. And then right after that, though, I hear celebrate the win, because there has been an awakening to a toxic cycle. I see it's been broken simply because you just see it for what it is. You've gotten wiser to the manipulation that has been plaguing your world for years and years. That cycle is over. But there are two sides to this coin, because there's still an energy of lack and survival mode. That feeling like you have to work all the time just to have the basics. So if we look at the World card straight up, you've closed that cycle. I felt called to read it both ways, even though it fell in reverse. I'm sensing you may be in between old karmic cycles coming to an end, and new ones haven't quite formed yet. But the fact that it fell in reverse, and I saw the two sides to a coin kept coming, like I felt like I had to read it both ways. I felt compelled to read it upright first. It actually fell in reverse. So What that tells me is your relationship, it represents your own relationship with money. Okay, so you may have some shadow work left to do when it comes to your relationship with the money that you earn. Maybe developing a sort of respect for the income that you work hard for. Respecting your finances and self-respect go hand in hand. There could be more preparation that is needed, or some steps that need to happen before you can take that leap that you are so desperately ready for. And you've learned to look out for toxicity coming from others. You broke that cycle. Now you got to break it within yourself and heal your own relationship with your finances for them to get better. I feel a tugging in my chest, like an excited child, that every time they ask, are we there yet? Or is it here yet? And they hear no or not yet. They look so sad, but they're still holding on to that belief and that hope that this wonderful gift will arrive, or I'll get to see this wonderful place. So keep your inner child reassured. Good things are on the way. And flowing quite nicely into confirming this good energy. Oops, I didn't mean to grab that one. I meant to grab the Three of Pentacles. Got ahead of myself there. Three of Pentacles. Enterprise and success. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, this is rewarding work coming in for something you've been nurturing for a while. What you want is achievable, but it can't be rushed. I feel an intense disappointment because I think you bit off more than you could chew, and you realize that, but you still want it. That shows you should keep going. I mean, you've created a bond with this path, even in the face of disappointment, a huge setback. You still want to stick with it and nurture the seed that you planted. The fertilizer for this seedling is educating yourself. Become more knowledgeable, commit yourself to becoming an expert in the field, or, whatever it is that you want to do or create. And, in this chaotic world, sometimes we have to do, we're stuck doing a job for survival, something that we'd just rather not do. But we need to keep food on the table and pay the bills, and got to do what we got to do. So if you're finding yourself in that position, it can be very disheartening. But just remember, as long as you're focused on doing better for yourself, it's temporary. What you're having, to do to pay those bills, maybe that dead end job, it's not dead end, because it's just a stepping stone to get where you really are going, to get to your final destination where you really want to be. As long as you stay focused, don't get complacent and just let yourself wallow in that, well, I'm not where I want to be now mode. Think ahead. On the bottom of the deck here, we have the Magician, bringing it all together, tying everything in a nice, neat little bow. We have action, creativity, success, abundance. It's certainly on its way because you've been doing the hard work. And it seems, I'm getting the feeling like some of you may have gotten overzealous. I think that in this collective that I'm speaking to, I think a lot of you may be older. You're reaching a lot of these realizations and awakenings later in life. And so it's like, many of us, we struggle with patience. And when you realize that, hey, not only do I want more out of life, I deserve more out of life. When you truly feel that in your bones, like, I deserve nice things. I deserve a healthy, loving relationship. I deserve to have abundance flow to me without heartache, sacrifice, or struggle. We can get really anxious and we try to make things happen very quickly. And we can sometimes stumble over our own 2 feet. But I'm getting survival mode is almost over. The Magician, that's such a pretty card. I'm going to wrap this up with the Angel card. 14, there's the 4 that I was talking about. 1414, possibilities. Building strong foundations creates stability and welcomes in possibilities. All possibilities exist and are amplified when gratitude is felt for the foundations that are in place. Say this affirmation: I am grateful for all that is and all that will be. I trust in the possibilities of what I desire or something greater. That goes right along with this reading. This is a nice positive reading. I really like this. Not that there isn't heartache, with the world coming in reverse, but you're going to get past it because, it's all part of the process. In this, I want to show you this box that this comes in. It's so cute. Whispering Woods, Jessica Lee. I will put that in the description box. But this is the cutest deck. They are little cards with this artwork here, and they each have a message. This one is resilient. Stay as strong as evergreen trees, my friends. That is so cute. So beautiful. Survival mode. It's almost over. Keep that childlike curiosity open for the next step in life. You are resilient. You are stronger than you know. The best is yet to come. So until next time, my loves, goodbye.